Hello guys, good afternoon. It's your boy Lapez and welcome to my YouTube channel. Once again, you're welcome to the series of law, and we are on our law number 5. And today we're going to talk about the laws or the law of principles. You see, you cannot build anything without principles. And principles are pivotal to everything you want to develop. If you decide to construct a house, a bridge, anything you want to do, there are laws or there are principles that governs the operation of what you want to build. And it is the same as success. You cannot become successful without having a set of principles or value systems you adhere to that you are not willing to compromise. The weakness of many leaders in our time and the weakness of many people is not really about the fact that they are not gifted, but more about the fact that though they are gifted, they are not principled. You see, your principles are your value systems. They are your foundations. They are your pillars. They are more of an anchor. You cannot violate principle and excel. It's not going to be possible. If you read a good book in the book of Daniel, you would realize that Daniel was faced with a situation where he had to choose between eating the food of the king and then staying by his principles of not defiling himself. But Daniel chose the latter. The Bible says Daniel said that he chose not to defile himself with the meat of the king because he understood that the principles that he was taught in his religious fraternity was pivotal to his excellence. And that is the weakness of many people. You must understand that a life without principles will put you in shambles. If you read a good book in Proverbs, the Bible says that where there is lack of vision, the people lack restraint. The word restraint in the original Hebrew is the word discipline. When people lack discipline, they go out of order. When you are in order, it simply means that you are confined. You're limited. And that is good for you. Freedom without limitation is actually anarchy. And many people think about the concept of being free. They think about the fact that, okay, you don't have to be limited in any way. You are free to do whatever you need to do. That is not realistic. Your principles are almost like your life. It is like fish in water. It's not an option. You have to be principled. I just want to talk to you about 3 reasons why you need to be principled. Number 1, because principles will protect you from being destroyed. And that's true. When you're on your journey to success, there are so many things that seeks to distract you. It can be a weakness. It can be a negative influence. It can be peer pressure. When you are principled, you build a certain wall of protection around you such that you don't allow people who are not going in your direction to violate your convictions and your conscience. Number 2, the next reason why you need to be principled is because it sets you apart. You see, I learned something from the great Bishop Oyedepo. He said, when you walk by common sense, you will get only common results, which is true. A man who is principled is not doing what everybody is doing. He doesn't follow popular opinion. He sticks to his own convictions, which regulates his character at the end of the day. When you do that, it makes you outstanding because your principles bring you to a place of mastery. The kind of discipline you commit yourself to brings you to a place of mastery. And when you become a master, people are inspired by what you are and they end up following you. The third benefit of being principled is that it makes you a role model. Trust me, there are people that have been successful by reason of their gift, but they lost everything. And so people don't look up to them. They are mad for their gift, all right, but people don't really look up to them. When you are principled, you become a role model. That means that you've grown yourself in what you call a discipline. So if you look at a brand like Nike investing so much money into someone like Cristiano Ronaldo or Neymar, you actually realize that what they are actually buying is their discipline. Because because these people have a certain height of following, because of how they've been consistent over the years. For instance, Cristiano has been consistently being at the top for over 15 years. When the brand is buying his image, or what you call image rights, they are simply buying his discipline, because he is a role model to many, and many people follow him because of his work ethics, how he's disciplined in his diet, how he works out in the gym. I mean, that is why people really follow him. Apart from his gift, his discipline is what really attracts a following. And as long as he sustains that discipline, the brand is still interested in him and people still follow him. People will not follow you just because you're nice. People will follow you because you have a set of principles that they are not willing to violate, and you've mastered that discipline over a long period of time, and people can now see the effect of what you've done. There's a story behind your success. It's not just by accident. And that is one secret about the law of principles you should never violate. I want you to do something. Get a pen and paper. Write down everything that you realize you are violating or that affects your character, your conscience, your convictions. And write down simultaneously the principles that you must adhere to, that you know will be your security in order to secure you to advance to your future. And I promise you that success will be your portion. It's not something you're supposed to figure out. It's going to be a result you don't even feel nervous about, because as you follow principles and you adhere to principles, you're going to get to the top. My name is Lapis, and all too soon we have to come to an end. This is another exciting episode, and please, like I say, just like it, share, subscribe, and please put on your notification bell so that when I upload a video, you see it. I love you. Peace. Bye.